Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and in a video I did yesterday I discussed how easy it is for people to get all of their vitamins and minerals from whole foods, that you can do it with less than 2,000 calories and without even eating any vegetables. It really isn't that difficult to do with the foods that we have available today. But you know, a couple people wanted to chime in and they threw up two of these classic myths that I want to discuss with you guys. So let me put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skilling up my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. And these are myths that people bat around. You see it in the fitness industry, the health industry all the time, just in these communities. People bat these two rumors around, these two myths, and they treat them like they're actual truth. And it's important for people to understand where these myths come from and that they're actually just clever marketing. Number one, someone said, well, you know, we need more than the RDA. The RDA is bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a scientist coming up with bullshit. We actually need way more than the RDA on a lot of our vitamins. And no, you're wrong. Soil depletion has been confirmed. It's something that's been studied. It's known about. No, you're wrong. Soil depletion is real. And to that latter one, I do want to point out, yes, soil depletion is real, but it doesn't have the effect people who are buying vitamins think that it does. And it certainly doesn't have the effects that people selling the vitamins are telling you that it does. So let's go into that a little bit deeper. All right, the first one, that you really need more than the RDA on this stuff. And I would ask people, where does that idea come from? Like, people say that, they repeat it all the time, like it's fact. And I would always ask them, where did that idea come from? Meaning, you believe that for some reason, right? When we believe something, we've heard it from something that's credible. We have a reason to believe it. And it's usually, well, you know, I heard it on the internet. And you start looking, oh, where did that come from? Well, I heard it from someone. So then you start digging deeper. And if you go back to the base of it, it's started by supplement companies, vitamin companies. You need more than the RDA. Why? Because, well, you know, you need to buy our products. This goes back to what I always talk about with this whole creating a problem and then selling you the solution. Well, if people need more than the RDA on this stuff, why do countries that don't even do vitamin supplements still win Olympic medals? Where are they getting the nutrition that's available to do that? There's plenty of countries that just eat basic whole foods. That's all they really have. That's all their athletes really get. And they're coming in and winning medals in the Olympics. Now, how are these people getting good enough nutrition to be super athletes who compete at the elite world level in a wide variety of sports? All right. And a lot of this stuff, before vitamin supplements even existed, people were just eating normal foods. And some of those numbers haven't increased that much since that time. Just go back and look. Top athletes around the world, there are plenty of countries where there aren't that many vitamins. They don't have any trouble doing that. And so people seem to think that they, as lifters and athletes, need more than the RDA. But you don't. When you go look at what the registered dietitians who coach top athletes, again, when I say top athletes, I'm talking people who are competitive in the Olympics at the world level, or people who make at least $1 million a year in their sport. Right? That's generally what we're talking about with a top athlete. Not someone at the college level, the elite level, who can afford a legitimately good dietitian. In fact, dietitians are often assigned by their coaches. You're going to listen to this dietitian. They don't think that these people, most of them don't think that these people need large amounts of any of these vitamins. So why would you need large amounts of any of them? Again, do people think that they're going to have even higher needs than elite level athletes and guys in the NFL? Than guys who are competing in the Olympics? You think you need more vitamins and minerals than they do? They usually do fine on the RDA or slightly above. But people have these ideas that they need to do this because the supplement industry has told them that they need to do this. It started all these rumors and people believe it. And then they think that they need to take all these different things. Well, here's the reality. I could name for you off the top of my head three vitamin and minerals that are commonly supplemented that there's some evidence could reduce your athletic performance. Vitamin C, vitamin E, and zinc. How could they reduce your performance? Well, zinc, because too much zinc blocks your absorption of copper. Blocks your absorption of copper. And what did we look at the other day? I showed that a pound of lean red meat pretty much can meet your zinc needs. It's real close to the RDA just by itself. All right, it's not that difficult to get enough zinc for people who are getting plenty of food in. Zinc isn't going to be something you're deficient in if you're eating a fair amount of whole food. Maybe a vegan or someone, maybe a vegan. So it kind of goes back to the point of vegans seem to be the only people who need tons of vitamins. The only people who need tons of vitamins. You know, that was an argument, of course, that Jerry Ward had with, what's his name at one time? Eluding me. The bike guy, the vegan bike guy, Durian Riders. That he came back to them and he told him, well, your diet's inferior because you need to take B12. And Durian Riders said, well, you need to take all these others. So look at how many vitamins and minerals you need. So clearly your diet's a problem. You know, but it's the reality is because people like Jerry Ward have been sucked into all this whole supplement industry. They're part of the supplement industry now. They spread the lies, and maybe they believe the lies and bullshit. But the reality is, you don't need more than all this stuff. It's not hard to get enough zinc in your diet. Now, vitamin C and vitamin E, those are really easy to get. Remember what I showed you guys on the potatoes? Potatoes, it's easy to get 150% of your RDA of vitamin C with less than 1,000 calories of potatoes. Just plain old white potatoes. Right, vitamin C is easy to get. It really is easy to get unless you're on an all-meat diet. People who eat a lot of plants, and it doesn't even have to be vegetables, it can be potatoes even. Potatoes are full of vitamin C. You believe that? It's just as much in there almost as in oranges. But the thing is, there's also data out there showing that vitamin C and vitamin E supplementation, when you take too much, it blunts your training response. Blunts training response, and there's even been more recent studies that have come out that showed that people who are given a combination of vitamin C, vitamin E, and like flaxseed oil, that they saw less performance in their 5K runs and their max squats. Right, so too many antioxidants, again, extremely common for people to supplement, too many antioxidants actually can reduce your performance because you need a certain amount of oxidative stress in your muscles for them to respond to training. It's part of the whole tissue disruption process. And when you start blunting all these various responses like inflammatory responses, tissue breakdowns, oxidative stress, and you start blunting these things in your muscle tissue from training, you reduce the effects of training. So you can get too much of these things and it will actually hurt your performance. Yet everyone thinks they need to mega load these. What's this based on? It's based on marketing. There's no reality to it. You know what? The people who write the RDAs are the same people who can tell you what a vitamin is. Most of the people who talk about, oh, you need more than these scientists and researchers say that you need because, you know, I say so, and you ask them, can you draw the vitamin C molecule out for me? How about B12? The stuff that you're telling me that you think we need more of, draw it out. Draw me the chemical structure for it right there on paper from memory. They can't. These scientists who study it can. These people don't even actually know what vitamin C or vitamin B12 are, but they're going to tell the experts who study this stuff in the human body, who deal with the chemistry, deal with the biochemistry, deal with people, do studies on people, that they know more than they do about molecules that these people study as their profession, when they don't really know anything about them. Usually the people saying that are tied to some supplement industry that sells them. They don't actually know. They're just making it up. They don't know. And in this case, I'm going to trust the experts because the experts actually study this stuff. They actually know more about it than any of us do. This is what they do. And for people to have this idea that because there's scientific chemicals in the body that scientists have discovered and studied, that you're going to know more about those things than they do, and that you're just going to say they're wrong, and I think everyone needs more of this than they say you need. You know how fucking stupid that makes you sound? Think about that. It makes people sound fucking stupid when you really put it in that perspective. They don't fucking know. They're just making it up. Same thing, the soil depletion. I'm going to briefly cover that so this video doesn't drag on much longer. Yes, soil is depleted. We know that because we study it and we learn how to undeplete the soil. Right? There's farming methods to help with this. This is what modern farming is about. This is why there's people who get PhDs in agricultural science. Originally grew up on a corn farm and a cattle ranch. Yes, we're aware of how soil depletion works and there are methods to avoid it. Do you know why? Soil depletion doesn't cause a given amount of food to have less vitamins and minerals. It just makes it harder to grow. All right, soil depletion means you get less food. All right, if your broccoli crop is smaller, Yeah, you're going to get less vitamin C in the broccoli, but do you know why? Because you got a smaller broccoli plant. The person buying it by the pound at the store isn't getting less vitamins per pound. The farmer growing it is producing less. Right, there's a massive difference between the two. It's a massive difference. And this idea that if the soil's so depleted that, we're not getting our vitamins and minerals, then how is it when you look at what's in the stuff we went over, look at the RDA, we look at the potatoes, the steak, and everything yesterday, we found it's really, really easy to get enough vitamins and minerals. That's what the current food with this so-called depleted soil that everyone's freaking out about. Who started this rumor? The vitamin industry. They started this rumor, they marketed it, they pushed it, and then they've convinced tons of people that you don't get enough vitamins and minerals from eating whole foods, and you need to take these supplements. You need to buy their products to fix a problem that they created. I mean, it's stuff's the biggest scam ever. And the whole supplement industry is a big, massive-ass scam. And it's hard for people to admit that because people don't like feeling like they were tricked. No one wants to feel stupid. And no one wants to admit that they've been throwing money away for years on something that's not helping them in any way. Nobody wants to admit that because it makes us feel stupid. It makes us feel like jackasses. But what I would tell people, maybe it's time to step back, accept the reality of it, say, you know what, I was younger, more naive, I got tricked. I'm older and wiser now. I realized I was being tricked. I'm going to quit wasting my money. And maybe I'll get mad at the people who fucking tricked me. Instead of the people who are telling me, hey dude, you're getting fucked here. I'm just saying. People get mad at the wrong person sometimes when you try to tell them this. And it's mainly because no one wants to feel like they've been tricked or conned. No, it's not a nice feeling. And it's hard for people to admit because it's a blow to our egos. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. And I will talk to you guys next time.